All right, so once again, this is James Shippey, breaking news anchor for Coin 6 in the morning and AM Extra. And again, I've been covering these wildfires down in LA for the past couple of weeks, just a devastation down there. But it's important to bring some of the stories of folks down there to you so you can put a face to some of the tragedy down there. And right now, I have joining me is Auntie Gracie and Uncle Gil. Once again, want to say sorry under these circumstances for how we're meeting, but how you guys holding up today?
Uh, Day by day.
As well as could be expected.
Yeah,
Of course,
just trying to
definitely.
take it one day at a time at this point.
Understandable. And once again, here, folks here at Coin, Portland, pretty much around the world, we've been watching and it's really been touching all the things that have been happening to you. And just like a brief overview, can you just let us know, because you are out of Pasadena or Altadena area, where the Eaton Fire happened, can you just let folks know how long did you have your home before the fires came in, or how long were you living in that area?
28, 28 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we had the house 28 years, but we've been living up in the Altadena area well, I have probably for the last 62 years. I went up there as a child and
So yeah, for years basically.
yeah.
And can you just walk me through maybe even moments before you guys had to evacuate? What was that last few moments? Auntie Gracie, we spoke about this yesterday and you were telling me your story, but can you just tell me kind of briefly those kind of harrowing moments before you had to evacuate?
Right. We had already lost power like at 6 p.m. And then by 1 in the morning, because we could see the glow in the distance, but never thought it would be coming our way. And by 1 o'clock in the morning, then my husband said, I think we just better grab stuff just in case, we get an alert to evacuate. And we did that and got important papers out and just set it in the entryway at the front door just in case we got the alert. And we got that at 3:30 in the morning. And by then outside it was just the smoke was it was really bad. And it was pitch black because there's no lights at all on the street. So it
Because
was
all the
really
power was out.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just devastating. You showed me some of this video yesterday, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sharing right now. I'm just going to let the video and sound play just for a little bit so folks can just kind of see your visceral reaction, and then we're going to start speaking over it soon. Of course, this is when you had came back home.
Right. This is the first time we came back, and that was the afternoon of that day when it started.
Just devastating. So, Gracie and Gil, can you just kind of walk me through what was going through your minds when you came back home and saw this catastrophe that happened at your this home that you called for almost 30 years?
It was pretty difficult, James. I'm the type of person that I like to keep my property looking the best in the neighborhood. And I had re-landscaped and we had the house remodeled on 2 years ago. It had new paint on it and it was looking real nice. And just to see all that stuff just
In flames.
up in flames, man, it really hurt.
I can only imagine. Uh, and then this is when was this cleanup here happening? I mean, this is now like even a closer view of what was happening over there. Can you tell me about this at this moment?
Yeah,
I
this
think
was
it was
like,
just this past Wednesday.
yeah, it was like a couple days after. Excuse me. They were letting us get up there until the National Guard came in. And I know the kids wanted to see it, and there was a couple hot spots still on there, and
There were still flames, and this was actually this was the fire was on Tuesday, and Thursday, this is what we saw. And we just wanted to go and make sure there wasn't anything still smoldering, because the fire would just start back up. And we had a garage in the back of the house, detached garage. You can see in that picture where that was saved. And these flames here, we were trying to just get those extinguished so that it wouldn't take the embers over to the garage.
Were you guys ever was there anything you were able to recover, if you haven't mentioned this before, was from this devastation?
It's funny, James, in our bedroom, I have in my dresser, it's still intact today, and it had my clothes in it. And when the firemen came down the driveway to try to douse these flames, I just told them, can you maybe put some water on that dresser? Just, I don't know. And they actually did. And they took 3 drawers out and laid them out on the driveway. And when we went back the next day, that's when we discovered what they had done. And today, yesterday or day before, my son happened to see something that looked like papers on the ground in the ashes in front of the dresser. And it was our passports, social security cards, and birth certificates. They're singed,
Wow.
but they're intact. Not intact because, we have already gone to have them replaced, but it's just a paper.
Oh, we're just losing you there for a second.
Were in one envelope and then in another envelope, and it just, like, I guess when they put water on the dresser, it came out because they were in a drawer, like a cubby in the dresser. But it's just amazing that even
Well, that is stunning, because most of the time when you
was
hear
able
about
to.
leaving your home, folks always say, hey, grab those documents of yours when you leave the house, or clothes when you can.
Yeah.
But you grabbed what you could, but you couldn't
Yeah.
get those passports in time because of the
Right.
emergency alarm to get you folks out of there into safety.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Everything else, all important, major important papers I was able to get because those were in the office. But those one particular papers, I just always kept them in my dresser for whatever reason. Now in the future, I probably won't, but yeah.
Oh,
You know,
oh,
watching this on TV.
yeah, and Uncle Gil, it looks
What
like
would you
we're
say
having
to
a
us?
bit of a kind of an issue here with Zoom. Of course, that's real time. Not sure if you can hear me okay, but it seems to be cutting in and out. Before we wrap up here, I'm showing your GoFundMe page right here. So any folks to watch this video, they got a QR code up here. If you want to go ahead and put your phone up to the screen and help donate to Auntie Gracie, excuse me, and Uncle Gil, as folks like them and many folks have lost everything. So any small amount helps, and they're putting these things out on socials. Is there anything else you want to say as we wrap up, Auntie Gracie and Gil, just for folks out here, especially when folks are wondering how recovery is going, FEMA, things of that nature? How do you feel about how the local government's going down there and helping you guys out? And folks in general, their philanthropy to help you folks out.
It's amazing, James. It has, sorry it has to be this, excuse me, but a disaster to bring people together. But I have never seen anything like this. Every corner, people are
Of
donating clothes and water, and they're getting to the point now where there are signs, please, no more donations. I've never seen that in my life.
It's just amazing that, and even the Los Angeles County, where they have set up pop shops where FEMA's at, and to get your important papers replaced, and they'll get them to you in 3 days, where normally it would take, like, 3 weeks or a month. And it's just, they have so many people that are willing to, well, they have to be there, of course, because they work for LA County, but you walk into a room and it's just, they have it all set up where you could go. I mean, it hasn't been, we have not at any moment said, why can't they do this for us right now? You know, they're there for us. And they're working really just diligently, especially when we were up at the house yesterday. Our Edison company, which is the electrical, they're out there. They've replaced, I guess, I don't know what the
Power
things,
pole.
the power poles, and they're just down every street trying to get, everybody in as quick as possible. Of course, there's areas where they won't be able to have people come in for a while because there's just such devastation.
Of
They're just
course.
blocks and blocks. So
Yeah.
it's, we have the resources that we need to try to get ourselves, you know, back to, if you want to say normal, but it's going to be a while and it's going
Some
to
type of
take,
normalcy.
yeah,
Of
and
course.
we've already, told ourselves it's going to take time and you have to have patience. And of course, that's a process.
That's right. That is the process. And I mean, like I said, you got folks around the world watching this and just, our hearts go out to you. It's been heartbreaking to watch. So we can only imagine, we can't even imagine how it is to actually go through this personally. So I want to thank you, Auntie Gracie and Uncle Gil, for joining me today. And yeah, we wish you the best. And, once again, we hope folks can get out there and donate to you. Anything helps for you and anyone else affected by the Eaton Fire and of course the Palisades Fire out there.
Right.
And yeah, I want to thank you again, and you folks take care, okay?
And we
Thank you,
appreciate
James.
your time as well. Gratefully appreciated.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
Enjoy your
Anytime.
day.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. Bye bye.